Hi everyone, welcome back to Pure Girl, episode 10. And hopefully this is the last episode in the opening portion of Pure Girl. So, now that everyone has moved in, Kei's like, welcome to the dream house, you perverts. And of course for Yogiri, Sora, Satoru, and Miyako, they all deny it. But then Kei's like, well, I'm sure all of you are denying it as lip service. But in reality, that's not the case. And for the whole afternoon, Kei's been talking about why perversion isn't a bad thing after all. And then she mixes it in with other topics. So you can see where Parental Party gets its elements from. And how what we see in Pure Girl migrated over to Parental Party. But there's more to come. So anyways, let's continue. So Kei's like,
確かに変態という言葉が示す範囲は実に広い。その中の愚かな一部が犯罪に走り、マイナスのイメージを持たれることもある。だがしかし、あえて言おう。
But I'm open to saying that.
それはそれ、これはこれであると。
So that is that, this is this.
変態が罪なのではない。罪は人の弱い心が生み出すものだ。
So first, perversion is not a sin. Sin is the weak heart of a human.
確かに。
Oh yeah, certainly.
罪を憎んで変態を憎まずですね。
So hates sin, hates perversion, right? So as I was impressed, the underclass ladies, so they kind of accepted what Kei was talking about. And it looks like, so in addition, Senior Atozuka makes her feel even more vibrant. So if there's one thing that Satoru admires about Kei is that Kei has this charm that can enlighten or soothe everyone around her. So pretty much Kei can say all these good things and make people feel better.
そう。変態性癖自体に罪はない。むしろマイナスばかりではない。
So there's pretty much no sin in perversion. So those are two different things, and basically Kei saying, well, perversion isn't bad in a nutshell.
考えてみたまえ。世の偉大な発明や発見をしている偉人たちだって、変質的な執念を持ったある種の変態たちだ。
So think about it. Even the great people in the world, the great men in the world, they had some perversion underneath it. And it's just they don't let anyone know. But I'm sure if you were able to dig into his belongings after death, you would find stuff that's embarrassing and inappropriate to show.
かの発明王エジソンだって、電球の芯に竹を使うことを思いついたのは竹オナニーの最中かもしれないだろう。
So that applies to even Thomas Edison, who came up with the idea of using bamboo for the light bulb, but might be doing some other things with it before he made the light bulb. Well, then again, this is fiction. I'm sure if you were to share this with other people, they would be upset, and it's kind of like trashing history. But anyways, so Satoru's like, well, that's true.
真実はいつも聞こえがいいように変えられるものだ。
So the truth can always be manipulated to make it sound better than it actually is. So what's with that comment? So it looks like Kei is doubting her words because she's looking away. However, even with a visible sophistication. The problem is not whether it's true or not. So it is whether or not the word affects the heart of a human being.
はあ、歴史の陰にはいつも変態さんの存在があるということですか。
So basically you're telling us that perversion has always been existent, even in the old times, says Suzu.
ああ、考えてみるんだ。ルネサンス期周辺の絵画やクラシックは当時の変態中二パワーの宝庫ではないか。
Oh yeah, so think about it. So it's like we can see it in the paintings and the classic media from around the Renaissance times, and a treasure trove of perverted kitchen items.
つまり文明の発展は変態によってなされてきたということですか。
Well, in other words, isn't that the development of civilization has been made by transformation?
すごいよかなちゃん、そこに気づくとはやっぱあったもいいな。
Wow, so even Kono-chan is, or Kana-chan's smart. So there was no way I could have related that. Oh, come on, no. So if you don't leave it around, you'll get angry in every direction. And of course, people don't get the word.
それで結局は人に迷惑をかけなければ変態でもいいじゃないかと言いたいわけ？
Okay, so what you're telling us is that if you don't bother people, you can even be a pervert, right?
変態は非するべきではあるが恥じることではない。それが私の主張だ。
So perversion could be a secret, but it's not a shameful activity. And that's what I'm trying to tell everyone, or that's the message I want to get across.
おお、先輩かっこいい。ノーベル変態賞があれば受賞間違いなしだよ。
Oh, cool, senpai. So it sounds like you could be a recipient of the Nobel Prize for perversion. Well, you're bound to be. So Sora claps and applauds, and along with that, so does Miyako and Suzu. And so Yogiri gives the biggest applause of them all.
で、
But for Yogiri, it's like, and?
ふむ、どうしたのかね。
So what happened?
今の演説と私たちが変態であるという鳩塚先輩の主張に何の関係が？
So I wonder, what relationship does this conversation have to do with the assertion of Atozuka senpai calling everyone as perverts?
ほう。
Well, so Atozuka senpai squints.
確かになんだか今ちょっと変態でも別にいいかな、いやむしろありなんじゃねなんてちびっと思ってたかも。
So certainly, somehow, so I might have thought a little bit. So what is it about perversion then?
だよね。人間生まれながらにして変態なんだから今さら大小気にしてもしょうがないとか思っちゃってたよね。
So isn't it you're wondering, so because we're humans, we are perverts, and is it irrelevant to be worried about how big or small it is, right? Come on, so you people, just be careful, don't get tricked by bad people.
ならケイちゃんどうしてこんな話を？
But Kei-chan, so why are you asking about this, or talking about this? Because... Hey, so don't say such words with a look.
いや、クンニだな。
No, Kuni? So, what do you rephrase? So, what's the difference?
何事も 受け入れるのには準備が必要だろう。
So you need to be okay with accepting everything.
特に今から証明される自分が変態であるという事実に対しては。
So especially for the fact that me myself is a pervert and it's now proven.
なぜこちらを見るんですか？それに証明するって本気ですか？
So while looking at this, what are you trying to prove?
なーに、簡単なゲームだよ。
Well, let's start with a game, a very easy game. A game? So is it a psychological game or something like that?
いや、ゲーム自体は単純だ。レモン。
So this game is simple. Lemon, demonstration?
はい、お嬢様。
Okay, miss. So saying that, Senpai raises her hand and Wagiri takes out a stack of cards from not sure where and then hands it over to her.
トランプだよ。遊びはババ抜き、大富豪、七並べ、何でもいい。
So it's cards. So play without babbles, millionaires, chichi, or whatever else.
それでどうやって変態だって証明するの？
So how is this game going to show that people are perverts?
ルールは一つ。負けた人間が箱から紙を引いて、そこに書かれている簡単な質問に答えるだけだ。
So something about, well, if you lose, you'll have to pull something out from the box and answer the question on that slip of paper. So the paper. So I'm not really sure what this game is about or how they decide who loses.
血液型とか生年月日とか好きな食べ物とかそういうのだよ。
So basically, the paper isn't going to be anything bad. It's just going to ask for your blood type, date of birth, favorite food, hobbies, just the basic introduction stuff.
それだけですか？
So that's it?
ああ、もちろんちょっと恥ずかしい質問もある。今履いてるパンツの色とか。
So there is some very embarrassing questions that are kind of hard to answer, like, so what's the color of your underwear?
ちなみに、私は今履いてない。
And for me, I'm not wearing anything. Wait. Well, but then again, Kay's okay with openly admitting embarrassing secrets. Oh, come on. So I'm not listening. Or... So hold on. I don't... Like, if you don't say anything, you won't have any appeal.
いい着眼点だ。やはり周知の表情は必須だと私も思うぞ。
So it is a good point of focus, and I also think that the shy expression is essential. So I wonder if Kay feeds off of people being embarrassed, all nervous, with sweat going around. And where Kay's like, wow, I like that uncomfortable feeling or that uncomfortable expression from other people. So I've been praised for the perversion.
恥ずかしい質問は全体の10分の1。確率にして 10% だ。ちょっとした余興だと思えばいい。
So there is a 1 in 10 chance that you'll pick one of these embarrassing question slips. And so it kind of makes it more exciting, the fact that you're kind of wondering if you will pick the embarrassing slip questions. And if you do, most likely you'll be caught off guard. So first, give you a false sense of security before you end up picking one and have to answer it to everyone.
そんなお遊びで証明ができるとは思わないけど。
So I don't think I can prove it with such a play.
まあ、だとしてもいいさ。それはそれで余興になる。
It's okay because it's a slideshow.
付き合ってられないわ。部屋に帰らせてもらうわ。
Okay, so I can't go with you. Well, just go back to the room then.
まあまあ、ヨギリちゃん。ケイちゃんももともとはお互いのことをよく知るためのレクリエーションとして企画したものだからね。
So Suzu's like, well, Yogiri-chan, you know, this was an activity planned by Kei, and it was a way for us to know each other very well.
そうなんですか?
Oh, really?
スズ、ネタばらしが早すぎないか?
Suzu, so is it too early?
すみません。でも、せっかく朝から準備したのに。
Well, I'm sorry, so I prepared this from the morning. So for Kuchifusa, isn't it good? So it is good to introduce yourself, and the way that the game is set up is quite interesting. So I think the suspense of trying to avoid picking up one of those embarrassing questions kind of puts the fun into the game.
でも
But so I wonder if Kuchifusa is a pervert, and if that is the case, then the game is over and it can be proved.
そうね。わかったわ。さっさと済ませて。もう二度と変態なんて呼ばせないわ。
Well, I see. I understand. So I will play the game and I'll prove all of you that I'm not a pervert, and when the results come out, you'll never bother me again.
その意気やよし。では、早速始めようか。
So, such a good spirit. So let's get started. So Senpai hands out the cards to everyone, and we introduce ourselves just by name. So I'm Satoru, I'm Sora, I'm Miyako, I'm Yogiri, I'm Suzu, I'm Kei. So Sora and Miyako are best friends, but they are meeting face to face for the first time. And the game begins with a slightly tense mood.
こっちがジョーカーかな?
Okay, so I think what was happening earlier was that Kei was trying to talk about why perversion is good and how it's been in the history books. And it makes sense because, well, that's how we have reproduction, and that's why we have offspring that will continue the human race for generations to come. But then Yogiri wonders, so what does this have to do with trying to prove that all of us are perverts? So we all said no when you said, welcome to the dream house, you perverts. And what's with all this talk about the history of perversion and how it relates? So now he's like, well, the main deal is I'm gonna have all of you play this game, and if you're the unlucky soul who grabs one of those embarrassing slips, you'll tense up and you'll really show that you're hiding your true self as a pervert in secret. And in a sense, it's kind of like a lie detector. So of course, if you're going to be lying while wearing a polygraph, your sensors will tell the person running the polygraph otherwise.
それはどうかな?
So now that the game begins, Sora grabbed the Joker, and then Miyako's like, well, how about that? So this is the first round without bubbling. So Kuchifusa, me, and the seniors are already out. So it's now Sora and Miyako.
じゃあこっちと見せかけて逆サイド.
Okay, so opposite side.
勝利勝利
Okay, so I did it again.
負けちゃった。
Oh no, I lost, says Miyako.
はい、それじゃあみやこちゃん、この箱からくじを引いてお嬢様に渡してね。
Okay, so Miyako-san, you have to draw one of the slips from the box and present it to us. Or the Majesty K.
行きました。
Okay, so what's the question that Sora will or Miyako will draw from the box? Okay, so she draws something and hands it over to Senior or Achozuka Senpai.
質問は誕生日を教えてくださいだな。
Okay, so it's a very docile or okay question. It's like, so when's your birthday?
6月12日、恋人の日です。
So my birthday is June 12th. And let's see what else Miyako says. Oh, so the day of the lovers. Okay, that's right. So Miyako's not lying about her birthday.
サトラお兄ちゃん知らなかったの？
Oh, so it's more like he was surprised at Miyako's birthday, and Miyako's like, wait, so Satoru Oni-chan, I didn't know that you didn't know my birthday. Oh yeah, well I do know about your birthday. It's just that I didn't know that your birthday is also Lover's Day.
なんだそっちか。びっくりした。
Oh, okay, so I was surprised at your reaction.
ロマンチックな日に生まれたんですね。
So it is quite lovely that you were born on Romantic Day
ありがとうございます。
or Lover's Day. And then for Miyako's like, well, thank you very much. And I wonder why Yogiri is looking a little bit upset. Wait, so Kuchifusa, what's with that expression?
まさか確率で言えば順当な結果でしょ？
So it is quite special that out of the 365 or 366 days in the year, Miyako would be born on Lover's Day, June 12th.
ちなみにご期待のちょっと恥ずかしい質問はピンクの紙に書いてあるからね。
Oh, okay, so by the way, so the embarrassing question slips are on pink paper. So if it's white, it's okay. If it's pink, it's going to be embarrassing. So
そうだ。箱を覗いたりピンクの質問をパスするならその場で1枚服を脱いでもらうというのはどうだろうか。
but I'm sure no one's allowed to look inside the box to make sure they avoid the pink slips. So what do you think? So is that an idea?
でも脱ぐって。
But you know,
そらはいいぜ。兄ちゃんを追い詰めてひんむいてやる。
well, Sora's good. So if I do lose and I have to pick a slip, I will try to remove all of them. So I'll make sure I can take out all those pink slips or allow you to avoid it so that if you lose again, you won't have to face those dreaded questions.
その手が。
Wait, that hand.
私も問題ありませんよ。どんな質問でもお答えしますし。
Oh, don't worry about me, says Suzu. I'll answer anything.
そうね。それぐらいの罰があった方が不正への抑止力にはなるでしょうし。
Same with Yogiri. It's like, well, if I do get the unlucky fate, I'll have to bear with it because that's part of losing and being a good loser.
ならば採用ということで2回戦といこうか。レモン。
Okay then, so that's good. So how about round 2? Lemon? Okay. So saying that Wagiri cleans up the cards, shuffles them, mixes them, and then distributes them. I see. So it looks like Lemon has 2 complete decks on the side. So while Lemon's mixing up or shuffling the first deck, she hands out the second deck to the players. So in a sense, they're not wasting time waiting for Lemon to shuffle everything. And the way that Lemon hands out the cards is like she works at a casino. So hand out cards at the blackjack table or the poker table. And now the second round has begun. So from there, the game progressed at a good tempo, and the questions were digested quickly. And as expected, there were only a few, so nobody has picked up a pink paper yet, or pink slip. So all the questions so far have been very peaceful and the okay questions.
質問。名前に関するエピソードがあれば教えてください。
Okay, so tell us about the episodes. So I mentioned an episode and talk about it.
会員証を作るときに書類を書いて提出したら、ペンネームはやめてくださいと言われたことがあるわね。
So I made a membership card and I submitted it, and then I was told not to give my pen name out, or use only your real name.
質問。家族構成を教えてください。
Okay, so tell us about your family.
お父さん、お母さん、兄ちゃん、空の4人家族。あ、兄ちゃんってのはそこのスケベ顔のお猿だよ。
So Sora's like, well, my family has 4 members. So the dad, the mom, a little baby, and a baby with a perverted face. Or like that last baby is a monkey with a perverted face. And I'm sure Sora's referring to Satoru for that one.
質問。好きなお菓子を教えてください。
Okay, so from Miyako, what is your favorite sweets?
チュッパチャプスです。棒の先に飴がついてるあれです。
So I like the Chupa Chops. So the lollipop where you have candy on the end of a stick.
質問。趣味を教えてください。
So what are your hobbies for Suzy?
そうですね。日向ぼっこですね。長い時は日が暮れるまでしていますし。
So I like sunbathing, and I like to sunbathe until sunset. So from dawn to dusk.
星月くんへの質問は、家族に関して何かエピソードはありますか？
And for our main character, Hoshizuki, is like, so any episodes that your family can relate to or you can relate to with regards to your family? Well, in the past, So as part of my summer homework, I kept an observation journal, and it's about the mysterious ecology of my sister. And I always said something strange every day, but then I gave up in 3 days. So far, it's been pretty peaceful. Everything's going okay. Well, except with that question that Sora answered. And it kind of makes the atmosphere more comfortable, more calming. And also helped loosen up Kuchifusa, who was quite skeptical and being all tense in the beginning. And she answered questions elegantly and swiftly with no problems. And Miyako has relaxed a lot, and sometimes Senior or Mikami Senpai makes me laugh with a playful joke, or rather natural. So in this way, it seems that our friendship is deepening. Surprisingly, the proposal by Atozuka Senpai isn't really that bad. And while everyone thinks everything's okay, the game goes on. So this time Sora loses. So I believe what happens is that they're playing Old Maid. So everyone has cards, and you try to match all the cards up. So 2 with 2, 4 with 4, 5 with 5, ace with ace, queen with queen. And there is one oddball card, the Joker card. And the person who has the Joker card at the end loses. So after all the pairs are paired up and thrown in the discard pile, the person who has the Joker card at the end loses, and there's only one Joker card. So you can't pair a Joker card up with anyone else, any other cards. And it looks like Sora has the Joker card, so she loses.
まさか革命返し返し返しがあるとは思わなかったよね。
Ha ha ha, well, I didn't expect the revolution to return, did you?
はいソラちゃん箱。
Okay, so Sora-chan, the box. So pick a question.
Oh no, 次は負けないぞ。
Well,
はいケイちゃん。
I'll make sure I won't lose next time. Okay. So the question that was handed over is so warm. So that it gives the landlord a nickname.
質問。ボトムはスカート派ですか？
So I wonder if this question is on a pink slip or a regular white slip. So let's see, the question is, so do you wear a skirt to school?
もちろん。っていうか、それ兄ちゃんが引いたらどう答えるのさ。
So I don't know what Sora answers, but it's like something about Moron. So how do you answer if it's off or something like that?
あら、男性でもスカートをたしなむ方はいらっしゃるようですよ。
Or maybe the question's like, so do men like skirts or something? And for students like, well, I do believe that there's some men who like skirts.
サトルお兄ちゃん、うちの制服好きだったよね。まさか陰でソラちゃんの？
Wait, so does that mean that you, so Satoru Oni-chan likes the uniform that we wear to school? And it especially applies to Sora-chan? Well, even if that was the case, well, might be someone else. And it wouldn't be the same. And something about Sora.
しけどなもし。
So I think it's like, well, I'm sure it looks good on many girls except for Sora. And part of the reason why is because this happens. So Sora gets upset and gets rowdy, and her expression looks pretty ugly compared to her uniform. And on top of that, she bites Satoru. Hey, come on, just don't bite me every time.
暴れないで、コップが倒れるでしょ。
Hey, don't go wild, so the cups will fall down.
あ、ヨギちゃん、飲み物おかわりする？他のみんなもどう？
So Yogi-chan, do you want another drink? So what about everyone else? So everyone raises their hands, saying me too, and Yogiri pours each drink one by one with her pitcher. And could you finish the drinks quickly?
それにしても、全然ピンクの髪が出てこないわね。
So we've been playing for 27 rounds, and so far there has not been a pink slip coming out from the box.
中に入ってる紙って50枚なんだよね。それで 10% がピンクで、今が27回戦だから残りは。
So there are a total of 50 slips in the box, and since only 10% of them are pink, that means there are only 5 pink slips compared to 45 white slips. And now it's the 27th round. The 27 white slips have been consumed. So we're pretty much down to 18 white slips and 5 pink slips. But the thing is that as you draw more and more white slips, the probability of picking up a pink slip increases, going from 10% to like, let's see. So if I get math right, it's about 25% now.
まだまだセーフの確率は高いよね。
But still, so 25-ish percent, give or take, that's still kind of a small probability. So we're still okay for now. Or rather, is it the right way?
そうだな。レモン？
Yeah, that's true. So, lemon.
はい、お嬢様。
So another shuffle. So Wagiri nods after pouring the drinks, and then she took the bag out of her pocket. So she opens the lid of the box and pours the contents of the bag. Wait, the pink paper. Wait, huh? Wait, what's going on?
まさか今まで。
Wait, no way!
ああ、入ってなかったよ。誰も最初から入ってるなんて言ってないだろ。
Oh, so it wasn't in, so no one would say it from the beginning. So what happened was that everything in the box has been white slips so far, and the pink slips have been under Lemon's belt for quite some time, and now that they're deep in the game, Lemon decides to add the pink slips into the box.
ひどい。
Wait, that's cruel!
まあ最初から飛ばしすぎるのもなんだろう。それに盛り上がってきた今ならちょうどいいだろう。
So the idea is like, start slow, so get everyone comfortable with how the game works and just know some facts about each other. But now that we're getting comfortable, it's time to kick this game up a little bit more by putting in the pink slips into the box.
ちょっとおまけしたから確率はちょうど半々ぐらいなり。
Okay, so there were 5 pink slips in the box, but now Lemon put like 10 or 15 more of them. So now there's a good chance that you'll pick up a pink slip. So the probability has went up from 20-ish percent, 25% to 50%. Oh no. So what are you trying to do then?
だが正直今のままでは少し物足りないだろう。時間もいい具合に老けてきたことだし。
Well, honestly, I think it's not enough as it is now. So it would have been better if we had more. So look at the clock, it's now 10 p.m. So I guess it's time to wrap this up and go to sleep soon. Well, it does sound interesting, but... So everyone, are you tired? It's getting late.
空はいいよ。勝てばもう満タイ。
So Sora's like, well, I'm okay, so...
私はソラちゃんとサトルお兄ちゃんがいいなら。
So I want to stick with Sora-chan, and if you don't feel well, Satoru Oni-chan, well, you'll have to do something about it.
私も問題ありません。皆さんのことを知ることができてすごく楽しいですし。
So I'm okay, and it's quite fun learning about everyone.
まあ、枚数的にピンクも10枚程度でしょ。5人ですればすぐに終わるでしょ。
So it looks like there were 10 new pink slips in the box, and I'm sure it'll end soon. Well then, okay, so let's continue then. So Satoru's asking everyone, so hey, it's getting late, so should we just end it here? Because I just want to go to sleep. But the other girl's like, well, it is getting quite fun and things are going well, so I think it's good if we continue from here.
話はまとまったみたいだね。じゃあ、親睦レクリエーション、ちょっとピンクの部、始まるよ。
Okay, so the story has been settled. Well then, so the fellowship recreation, the little pink part, begins. And with that, Wagiri hands out the cards. And there was no objection, so the game started with the content of the millionaire.
みやこちゃんの負け。それじゃ引いてバシッと引いて。
Okay, so Miyako-chan, you lost, so you gotta pick a card. A slip. So what's this one? So Miyako pulls a paper from the box, and the color is...
ピンクきたー。イエイ。
Oh, so she picked a pink slip. Yay!
もう出ちゃいましたね。
Oh, so it's now coming.
はあ、優しいのがいいな。はい、後り塚先輩。
So I think it's nice to be gentle, so Atozuka senpai, please help.
さて、最初のピンクは何かな？ほほ。
So the pink slip, quite interesting.
なんて書いてあったんですか？
So what is it? So senpai is grinning alone as she looks at the slip. Okay, so I had to cut out the question because, yes, the pink slip questions are quite inappropriate. So something about masturbation. And that would obviously get Miyako all worked up. Oh, wow. So it is pretty lewd and...
うわー、想像以上に恥ずかしい質問だったよ。
Wow, so that question is more embarrassing than I imagined.
それ以前にすでにしていること前提じゃない。
So it's not a prerequisite before that. Well, then again, I'm sure Miyako is clueless to the question, so maybe it'll be okay. And I wonder how Miyako's going to answer that question. Whoa, she's red.
耳まで真っ赤じゃんか。
No, her ears are red.
さっきから微動だにしないし。
So I haven't made a slight movement since then.
みやこちゃん、大丈夫？
So Miyako-chan, are you okay?
いや、
Well, no. Well, that is...
さて、京都ちゃん、お答えは？
Okay, Kyoto-chan. So your answer to this question? So Miyako looks up, but she's frozen.
嘘をついても構わないが。
So, are you going to lie?
いいんですか？
So is it okay?
ああ、もちろん。君が嘘を言おうと誰にもわからない。なんせ答えは君だけが知るものなんだからね。
Well, it doesn't matter if you lie because you know the answer, and I'm sure based on your actions, we can sense that you're lying. So you would nervously answer the question with some hesitation.
だが、注意した方がいい。この場合の嘘は守ることではなく否定だ。
But you better be careful because the lie in the case is denial and not confirmation
否定。
or protection. Denial.
言葉は言霊というぐらい力を持っているからね。君が放ち、大気を震わせたその言葉は現実を変える力を持つこともある。
So words have the power to be called kotore. The words you release and sway the atmosphere may have the power to change reality.
言葉にもあるだろう。嘘から出た誠。一つの嘘が君の性癖を、気持ちをねじ曲げるのだ。
And there will be a word as well. So the fruit of a lie. So one lie twists your habits.
気持ちをねじ曲げる。
So twist the feelings.
だから私は真実の告白をおすすめするがね。
So why not truly confess?
で、君はしたことがあるのかい？
So, true or not?
さあ、
Come on.
どうなんだ？
So, how is it?
君の答えは？
Your answer is? So everyone is eager to see how Miyako responds to the question with Senpai's insistence. So Miyako keeps it silent for a while.
さあ、答えるんだ。
Come on, answer! So I raise my face. Okay, so Satoru just takes a gulp from his glass. Or Miyako does it. Miyako? So Miyako drastically drinks up the refreshments and stands up. Well, I'll leave then. Huh? Wait, Kana-chan?
脱げばパスできるんだよね。なら1枚ぐらいどうってことないよ。
Well, I'll take off. I'll leave. Just pass and So when he cut to the head, Miyako just immediately reaches for the hand.
ああ、当然帽子は農家だぞ。
Okay, so Miyako went to grab her hat and then just tries to cover it up.
わかってます。脱ぐのに邪魔だったから。
And Kei's like, well, hats don't work here. And then Miyako's like, well, I know, so it was an obstacle to take off. Oh, so you really have to take that off, Miyako?
そうだよ。遊びだけど、でも約束は約束だし、恥ずかしいけど約束だし。
Well, that's right. So it is fun. It's a promise. It's embarrassing, but it's still a promise. Suppressed by the momentum of Miyako, I couldn't say anything else. And the thin fingers of Miyako unbuttons the clothes. Oh, so she's going to really demonstrate it?
あんまり見ないで。お兄ちゃん、恥ずかしい。
Oh, Oni-chan, so don't look at me. It's quite embarrassing. Okay. So I look away, and I can hear the sound of Miyako unbuttoning. And everyone except me looked at it. And somehow this scene just turns me on. And then Miyako, who just finished taking off her clothes, just shouted.
次やるよ。
Okay, I'll do it next. Okay, so confirmation, Miyako did take off her clothes. And it was a turning point for everyone else. And the thing that was waiting for me after turning back is, oh, it's quite a scene.
Oh yeah.
Hi everyone. So unfortunately, I had to cut the rest. So Kei really stirred things up in the game near the end. And after Miyako took off her clothes and everyone except for Satoru saw it, Kei then fires all these pink slip questions to everyone. And it only gets the girls to look for more pink slip questions because every time they answer it, they hesitate and stumble, and it gives Kei the suspicion that this girl is a pervert, and the girls try to answer more pink slip questions to prove Kei that she's wrong. And Satoru luckily gets all the white slip questions, and his last question was, "What do you have for lunch today?" And I'm pretty sure Lemon was hoping that Satoru would pick up a pink slip question. So now that the game is over, all questions answered, Lemon's going to present everyone refreshments. And I was hoping that this episode would be the end of my Let's Play for Pure Girl, but it looks like I'll need at least one more episode to complete this. So we'll see how all this ends next time.